Hello and welcome back to Eyes of Saemyth. It's session 10 already. What the fuck? How did we get here? We are going to start off immediately with a recap from one of the players for an inspiration die for the session. Who would like to start? I think Ymir did it last time. You guys can't do it. You can't do that.
Kaiden. Go, ball boy. You missed out on 3 sessions.
Welcome back, Kaiden. Yeah, probably the easiest recap ever.
The easiest recap, right? So I was knocked out for like part of it, but I woke up, and everyone's in. I don't think he knows what the sewers is, but this underground cavern town with green water. And then suddenly we've done shopping. I spent money. We got a bunch of potions. I passed out. I don't know what happened after the potion, but that's not important. We bought some drugs, and we went. Sinza and Lyre went to the archive for some information, but I don't think I was allowed to go. And now we're deciding to head out north somewhere, and going back to 𝘏𝘪𝘧𝘵.
I don't know whether or not that was a good enough explanation.
That was terrible.
It was a character.
It was very character. You know what? I'll give it to you. Okay, I'll give it to you.
It's very generous because I'm just like.
Kaiden turned into a shitload of bees after drinking a potion he was not supposed to drink in close quarters, aka in a shop, and proceeded to almost murk the cleric.
He doesn't remember that. He didn't do that.
Effing chat. They dragged her swollen body to the tavern, of which she has just been laden with ice the entire time, while swaying on the table. And the party are currently deciding where the fuck they're going from here. So, what are y'all doing?
I think we were... Oh, sorry. You go, Odie.
I was just going to say, if I can quickly run to the arcane shop and get 50 gold worth of paper and ink.
Yep, take 50 gold off of your...
Yeah. I'm going to run with Lyre, and because I want to sell my spell scroll of Jim's magic missile.
There it is. I don't want to use it. Oops. Document.
You use it by mistake, it just hits Ymir and they pass out.
So they offer you, because it is a first level spell, they offer you 60 gold pieces for it.
Yo.
Okay, nice. They'll take that. They don't know how much it is. They're just like, sure, 60.
Sure, 60 is good. Right. Okay. Is anyone else doing any last minute throwing shit at traders to try and get some money?
I have enough money.
Are you guys good?
No, that's fine.
Just take one last potion with you on the road. Who knows? You might need it.
You know what? I think I might.
I fucking hate it here. I hate all
doesn't need money. Back down to 10 gold. Fuck yeah.
All right, babe. Roll me a d20.
A d20.
Yes.
That's a 19.
A 19. Oh. Okay. You pull a black and slightly red looking potion out of the bin. It has a red flower on the front of it and it says Crimson Bloom on it. And nothing else.
Every time Kaiden has a potion, Ymir's gonna freak out.
She's got that PTSD, Doc. You
one
fucking
of you guys is gonna try and hand Kaiden the potion. I'm gonna bitch slap it, and it's gonna land on the ground. Ah!
It's gonna look so sad.
Oh.
I could have dropped my croissant.
My fucking pancakes.
My fucking potion bottle. Okay.
Okay, I've added that to your inventory. It doesn't have a description because you don't know what it does.
In case of
Have
emergency.
fun with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
The fact that it says Crimson Bloom makes me incredibly nervous. I'm like, no.
Yeah. It gives him piles.
We're off to a great start, gang.
Great.
I hate being alive.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
alright, yeah. So you'll reconvene back in the Green Fig. Are you spending the night here before travelling on in the morning? Or it is about 2 in the afternoon, so it's your call.
Yes. Please. I have no hit points left. All
He was just blown up in the face.
Since
if
it's still got
I
the
slam
ice.
into a
You're sitting
door,
on
I am
7
fucked.
HP.
Well,
I have a wizard's hit point count now. I don't want.
watch
I'm
it.
sleeping. I'm sorry. Normal wizard stat block now. Okay, not exactly a normal wizard, Mister. You called me crazy. You know, I'm.
Oh God.
If we're all like sitting in the tavern, sitting around, Lyre is just sitting and he's got Icarus in his lap and he's just giving him scritches and pets. Lyre's gonna look up and go, "So, what next? I've done everything I need to do here. What's the plan?"
I think when we spoke last, Lyre, we were looking to maybe go to Karvik. The information that I received from the Kindred of Ash kind of takes us through there if we're willing to go and see them.
Karvik is the place where this pilgrimage begins also, to get to the Aces Ridge. I'm all for
It
it.
was something you were interested in.
Absolutely. Profound silence from you two.
I'm still feeling really ill after having that potion. Like, I don't think it's sat right with my stomach.
You've been farting bees for the past hour. I'm really concerned.
That explains all the buzzing I've been hearing.
Oh.
I think we should have a rest because
Ymir
Ymir's
is gathering
good.
flies.
I don't
Like,
know
they
what
are
happened,
straight up
but
dead.
I think someone attacked Ymir while I wasn't looking.
Do I tell him or not?
Let go. I'm
Okay.
sure Ymir will get even someday.
It's the last thing I do.
I'm gonna, while Ymir cannot fight it, I'm gonna get out my mud and honey and start smearing it over all the stings and be like, "Pass your wounds." That should help a little bit.
Sorry, guys, I'm getting all honeyed up. Why? Sorry, it must have been the acute trauma that I received only a couple minutes ago. But why do we need to go there again?
It's kind of part of the path to head in the direction that I'm hoping to go.
Can we avoid that place?
You don't want to go back to Garlic?
No.
Oh.
Why?
It just really kills the vibe is all, you know? It's not really, like... You know, it's always so boring there, you know? I just didn't like... It just wasn't really my thing is all. No big deal.
But correct me if I'm wrong. I've not traveled outside 𝘞𝘰𝘭𝘤 here, but isn't Karvik? I think it was mentioned Karvik holds many Asmoths, and Wouldn't you want to see your people? Tell them of the research you're trying to complete? They might be able to help. It's also a step in the direction for me to achieve the goals you and I have talked about. It starts there.
Yeah, we can put our goals. We can go there.
You don't mind me saying, is it uncomfortable for you to go there, Ymir? Is there something making you question whether going there or not?
I cannot bear to see my people die. Also, I have a lot of unresolved trauma with my family there. It was quite a bit. You know, it's like one thing to have mommy issues, but there's another thing to have daddy issues, you know? I know I might seem pretty rich to you, which I kind of am. Me and my family just don't get along. It's really complicated. But, you know, I could always just avoid them when we get there. I could always just, like, blend in and, like, what are they going to do? See me?
You'll see Lyre, he'll pick Icarus up and hand him to Sinza. And he's pretty big. Like, he looks like a normal cat in your arms.
Fluffy.
But you'll see Lyre begin to rifle through. Like, he'll play with his spellbook and rifle through and get to a page and look at it and say, "You know, I have a spell that could change your appearance while we are there. I might have to cast it a couple of times depending on how long we are there for. But if you want to stay below the radar, it's something."
If that is the case, then I'm more than willing. In fact, super willing. Like, so willing that I'm willing to get stung by bees again. That is a joke. Looks over at Kaiden. This joke.
I don't get it.
You will. Anyways, guys, I'm so ready. Let us go to a very nice place.
Carwick is a very nice place.
Kaiden,
Yeah.
have you been to Carvick before?
Yeah, I've been there quite a lot. I used to do just like drop off the supplies from the forest while I was traveling. So, well, they don't have a lot of like medicine or food sometimes, so I used to just go hunt and drop stuff off when I could while I was traveling.
That's nice. We walked a path together to get to Sahonos. Do you think it'd be a similar one for us to get there?
Probably similar. It depends how much you want to go into the Drowy Green, or if you want to hop out.
That's up to you. I don't know a whole lot about the Dryry Green in terms of safety.
I mean,
Kaiden, roll me a nature check at advantage, please.
oh boy.
Putting our hands, our bodies and souls in Kaiden.
Oh, no, that's a great decision, isn't it? It's a 10.
Come on, Druid.
Okay, that's a 10.
Yeah, but it's an
So
intelligence
you-
check, nature.
Yeah. So you remember the deeper into the Drow Green you get, the more dangerous it is. However, you have your map. I'm sure things will be fine.
I've got my map, yes. I'm going to use my map. I will show them the map. Right, so I
Okay.
normally use this map. I don't always go... Oh, I'm normally fine going deeper into the forest, but it's more dangerous, so we can just keep round the outside of it. I'll wait till the map pops up.
You should be able to see it.
Sorry, it's a little burn from travels.
There you go.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
But at least we can avoid some of the stuff up the top.
Who's
Just get straight to carve it.
So first of all, I really want to see the cool big rock. That seems really cool.
There's a really cool big rock. That's where I got some of my rock collection. Took
Right,
off of it.
just to the northwest of that, asshole.
Yeah, that's where Arsehole lives.
Just sort of looks at Sinza like, help.
Has Kaiden mentioned anything about asshole before? Like around the campfire and stuff?
Yeah, they've gotten in fights. So he calls him Arsehole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where Arsehole lives.
Yeah. Just
Kavik with too many A's. I keep forgetting this fucking map, and then I see it and it kills me. Kavik.
Can't spell. Big with 2 G's. Very big.
You looking at the map and then kind of cross-referencing it as to the direction you'll be traveling to get to Kavik. There is a possibility you'll run into Creek.
Yeah, or if he's near the edges. Otherwise, he might be further to the right. And we might be able to run into Creek, which would be nice.
Who is Creek?
Creek, he's someone I met traveling through the forest. He's I forgot the name of the race. Fuck.
Dryar. He's the same race as Ollie.
Yeah, he's the same race as Ollie. He's a Dryar.
He does not speak common.
Okay. Well, as long as we're all agreed, and he'll like bump his shoulder against Ymir's, and we're all comfortable, I say we go to Kavik. Oh, Kavik.
As soon as Ymir has a sleep.
Kavik.
Kavik.
Yeah, Ymir needs to rest first. So are you taking a night to recover here before you head out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll spend a couple hours inscribing Dissonant Whispers into my spell scroll before we sleep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the night sharpening a wooden stake for recreational purposes.
Jesus.
Wrong game.
Wrong game, same results.
Sinza and Kaiden, are you doing anything specific this evening, or are you just heading to bed?
Since it's just kind of enjoying Kaiden's company, I think. A little bit.
Yeah. That'll be vibe.
Nice having him back.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiden.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it would be Kaiden. You vaguely remember when you were in the dais, when they were taking care of you. You vaguely remember overhearing them talking about a teleportation circle. And that comes to you as you're laying down to go to sleep.
What does he know about teleportation circles?
It's a circle that lets you get from one place to another like that.
Okay.
You've
Did they
seen them
mention
used
anything about
in
where?
different
Does he know any?
places.
Where has he
You
seen it?
haven't seen any other than the... actually, you wouldn't have seen that. You were out cold. No, you've never seen one. You've heard
I
of
don't
them.
know. I don't know if there's anything further north that has one.
Some druid circles will have a teleportation circle, but none that you have seen.
Okay. I was going to say, so New Conclave...
You don't remember if the New Conclave has one.
Okay.
They might. They may have set one up while you weren't there.
Kaiden doesn't know that.
You don't know.
Okay.
If all of you would like to take a long rest, you are welcome to.
Tubby, just you don't have to fix it now. I'll just use it.
Oh my god!
I can't find Dissonant Whispers for a wizard.
Then I shall try and
I think it's
add it
from
to
Xanathar's
your
guide.
spells.
That might be why.
How do you just
Hold
know
on.
that, Dex?
What do you mean?
How do you just know where that spell is?
From which book it's from? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it might not be the book. It might just be
No.
the fact that it's not usually a spell wizards.
There's that
it
as
might not be a
well.
spell you usually
but
use
I
on
think
a scroll.
it depends if you own it as what. Do you own Xanathar's Guide on D&D?
Me? Yeah, I own everything on D&D.
Oh, then that might be why. It's just probably not normally
I
wizards.
think it just might be a class thing as well. I don't know if wizards usually can learn that spell or not.
For the time being, you have it in your first level spell slots.
Thank you.
Is it a first level or a second level?
Checking
level.
now.
It's normally only a bard spell or the Great Old One Warlock.
Right.
I can manually add spells, but at the moment I don't have it in my spell list on Foundry.
That's fine. All good. We can do it another day. It's
Um,
there. That's what
yeah.
matters.
All right.
Totes,
Yep.
question. For my foundry, it all looks dark for me for some reason. Is that for a reason or?
That's because you're very, very low on hit points and you can't see.
Never mind.
Oh,
that's right.
It should be. It should go back up to normal. Turn your vision off as well, so you should be able to see everything.
No, it just got darker. I see the light.
Guys, I think Ymir's waking up.
on your
you?
Ymir's not breathing.
It's dark. It's
Asmoth Jesus.
I don't know why it is dark specifically for you, because
That's
I
not
can't
that
see
character.
any issue.
So wait, instead of he hath risen, is it more of like he hath vision?
He has risen, baby girl.
Well, on the
It's okay. I mean,
specified-
I'm okay with not being able to see things. Maybe I just need to refresh.
I mean, it's in character.
Oh, fuck you.
It's fine. Yeah, I'll try and get that sorted for you. Okay.
Having fun.
That's not what I wanted. Right. So, your planned route is as follows, heading up to Karvik, moving from Karvik down to the Asus Ridge, and then from the Asus Ridge all the way up to Bria Sai past Abrahamon. It's a long trek. You are traveling effectively across the world. You're going to be at this for a while. So, you get up relatively bright and early the next day. You're looking at maybe about 8 o'clock in the morning. Each of you rising from your respective beds / floor, if that's where you prefer to sleep. Ymir, you're feeling significantly better than you did yesterday, though still a little bit swollen. It's still going down. You did have ice packs on you for most of the night.
That's good. I feel so great.
Yeah.
Ymir, what do you have? What is that?
Insurance.
For what?
What's that for? I don't think that's going to work against any
Kaiden.
bees.
Don't worry. It is going to be fine.
I'm not worried. I trust you, but I'm concerned if you see any beehives on the way.
That was your mistake. Put the steak away.
The mistake.
As you head out of the divide, it takes a little bit of finding appropriate routes. There are a handful of directions that you can travel. You can go back the way you came. Probably not a good idea. There are other routes into the divide that are offered to you that take you almost into the market district of the city. As you kind of pop out of a gap in the ratways, down a few sets of stairs. The sun is bright. It smells like fresh air for fucking once. You're no longer breathing in sewage water. Lovely. It's a nice change as you head back up to the surface. And once more, Market District is just as busy as it always has been, bustling with life. People are going about their business, unaware of the gigantic Undercity under their feet. Or perhaps aware and trying to ignore it. Again, it doesn't take you particularly long to figure out a way out of the city as you pass up through Stormfall, where you'd originally stayed. You find one of the exits out into the open plains of Sif as you step out. It doesn't take you long to follow the trail towards the thick brush of the jungle to the north as you're heading upwards into the dry green. Who is leading the charge?
Probably Kaiden.
Kaiden,
Big
can
burly
you roll
boar man.
me a survival check, please?
Yeah.
Because I've passed through this
Survival.
trek before, would I be able to offer him the help action?
You can. Yeah, you can give him advantage.
Thank God.
You're welcome, big burly ball man.
That's a nat 20 plus.
Yeah, bitch.
There's my survival. 6, so 26.
You better work.
Okay. Roll me a d6, please.
Big burly boar man.
Ooh, really bummer. That's a 6.
A 6. Okay.
Dragon.
Rocks fall, we all
I
die.
wasted
There's
all
a
my
dragon.
fucking all my good rolls.
Just get new dice.
No.
God damn it! No, I need it for the character.
The further you step into the dry green, the more these trees become towering giants above you. They are some of them are a good maybe 60, 70 feet tall. These trees are gigantic. A lot of the cities, if not sort of towns and villages that are a part of the dry green, tend to avoid being on the ground. The ground is not safe. Most people travel via a series of wooden sort of bridges between the trees. They live in the treetops, in the canopy above you. Farmland will be on the ground, but is well protected. And there are paths on the ground, but most average travelers do not travel via this route. Kaiden, however, knows this route like the back of his hand. You've done this route many times. Sinza, you recognize this route from when you traveled with him, so the two of you are quite comfortable here. Ymir, it's strange not feeling the sun on you as you're traveling outside. You've never had to travel in deep jungle before. It's muggy, there are bugs. You're shaded, but you can feel kind of bits of sunlight as they kind of stream through the canopy above you. It's peaceful, mostly. Lyre, you also come from deep in a jungle. Not this one, but it's a relatively comfortable environment for you. The deeper you travel, you're reaching about here. Let me put down a party indicator so you guys know where the fuck you are. So you've just traveled out of Sarnas. You're about here now. As the sun is getting lower in the sky, you reach an area of crossroads where there is a fallen tree on one side, mostly quiet. Doesn't seem like there's been many tracks through here, but yeah, it's a divergence from what you've been looking at for the past quite a few hours now.
What do you think? Left or right? Since I kind of look sidelong at Kaiden. Uh-huh.
think it left.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. I've been up both routes before. It just
Okay.
depends what's out and about today.
Oh, okay. And what things might we run into that are out and about?
I can't remember all of it, but there's a lot. We're near the edges, so it should be alright.
Okay. Take your word for it.
Lyre's getting hounded by bugs.
He didn't put bug spray on.
If everyone would like to roll me a perception check, you can.
Hmm. 14.
Damn.
Okay.
A filthy 20.
Filthy
Dirty
20.
20. Dirty there.
Hold
The
on.
dude, 2 dirty 20s, a 14, and
Filthy
Like-
20.
Hold on. Let me, my
There's a
character
difference,
sheet
Jamie.
vanished. Huh? 12.
12. Okay. Ymir, you're focused on just keeping your feet steady. The ground here is quite uneven. So you've been kind of focusing on just sort of making your way over things as you get over close to them. It's not hugely difficult, but it's where your focus lies right now. Kaiden, part of you is just kind of glad to be home. You're not really paying attention to any of the details. You're just kind of taking it and being back
Breathing
in
in
the
the air.
jungle and out of the city. The city was stifling. This is
The city was fucking
comfortable.
horrible.
However, Sinza and Lyre, as you're kind of looking up the path here, you can see some marks in the dirt. Sort of trails, and multiple trails that look like they've carved into the dirt. Almost like drag marks.
Is there any blood?
You're not close enough to be able to tell.
Hold on a moment, friends. Lyre's going to run his hand down his arm and his new tattoo, and as he throws it off, Icarus is gonna like apparate with golden light and appear. Icarus, can you go look at those marks for us?
The cat plops onto the floor and begins to kind of waddle his way over. He seems to kind of, it seems like he's enjoying being out in the kind of nature as well. Like his little paws are catching on things, and he's kind of skipping over a few twigs, heads over and kind of sits down next to it.
In his head, I'll just say, just be on high alert, friend. We might be being watched by something unfriendly.
You want his tail kind of shake a little, as if accommodating your request.
I'll tap Sinza. Say, can you hold my hand? I'm gonna go through Icarus's eyes, but I will go deaf and blind.
Sure.
But I can still feel things, so if something bad happens, just squeeze or shake or just something, just so I know to come back.
Okay. Sinza holds your hand.
Thank you. Okay.
Sorry.
You're
You're so small.
all right. I'm gonna go into Icarus's eyes and look through them.
You go, I've put a... so small. There is now a cat token on the map.
Where?
But good God, is he small.
Oh my god, he's tiny.
Oh, this is my
He is
baby
here.
boy. It's
I'm gonna make
Icarus.
him
Orange
slightly
blur.
bigger, so he's not just tiny. There you go.
Can we just
Cat.
use the turnip token for him?
I will make a turnip token for him. Yeah. So you close as your vision turns white. You are met with a very low to the ground image of what Icarus can see. You're looking at definitely drag marks. This is something has been pulled through here, something heavy, and there is patches of dried blood in the dirt. By the looks of it, there was a struggle, and then there wasn't.
I will. Can we see what direction the drag marks went off into?
Gets pulled this way.
Lyre starts to speak, still looking through Icarus's eyes. The drag marks go off to the right. The one without the log falling on the road. Kaiden. But, the drag marks go to the right and there is blood. Something fought here. Something died here.
How fresh is it?
He can't hear you. At the moment, Lyre is deaf and blind.
Yeah,
Does
Lyre
Kaiden
just
know
doesn't
that?
answer you, Kaiden.
Lyre. Hello?
I think
How fresh
he's
is
mad
it?
at Kaiden. Did you do something
why
to
are you
Lyre?
mad at me? I don't think I've done anything.
I think you did something to Lyre. He doesn't
Maybe
want to
I need
talk to you.
Well, I'm sorry, Lyre, if I've done anything.
I don't really know what else is around. I can't see much.
Well, now he's pretending
I
he's not
just
seeing
don't really
me.
understand, really, there's
I'm
nothing I
really
can really
upset him,
see.
Kaiden.
You're really upset.
He hates
Oh,
you,
I'm
Kaiden,
sorry.
so much.
He's gonna sadly take his gemstones and put it in Lyre's pocket. I'm sorry. He gives his gemstones back.
Who's in my pocket? What is going on? I'll come back out of Icarus's eyes and get Icarus to head back. What is Why? What's happening?
Well, you was ignoring me, and then everyone said you hated me and you was upset at me. So I thought maybe it was because you felt you had to give me the rocks.
No.
So I put them back. I'm glad you're not upset
Kaiden.
at me now that you've got them back.
Kaiden,
Yeah.
the reason I was holding Sinza's hand is because when I connect with Icarus, I cannot see nor hear things.
Oh.
So
I
I
thought you
didn't
just
hear
wanted to hold
anything you
hands
said
going
to
through
me.
the forest because it was
No.
difficult to walk through.
No,
Also
no.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
You like holding my hand, Lyre?
Give it back. And, but
Ymir, do you want to hold my hand?
okay, guys. Seriously, we might be being watched right now. This could be an issue. Is Icarus
we wanted
okay?
to go to the
Okay.
left anyway.
Odie, you now have control over Icarus' token. So you should be able to move him around if you'd like to.
Oh, my baby boy.
The excitement.
Look at him go. He zoom. Sorry.
Kaiden, didn't you say you wanted to go to the left anyway? Do we want to go to the right and
I
follow
mean,
these
we can
dragons,
go
or
either.
avoid it?
It's just left was probably safer. But if there's fresh blood, I don't know if it's someone traveling or if it's a creature. I'd need to get a
You
good
can
look
try
at
and
it.
tell what kind of animal it is if you get up close to it. And have a look.
I'm going to go up close to it. I'm going to walk over. Well, walk over. He's going to start where he sees the track and start sniffing it.
It's going to do a sniff test.
He's doing his sniff test.
Okay. So, Kaiden, you step up and kind of begin to... You can start seeing these divots. Roll me a nature check, please.
With advantage? I don't think I need it. That was a natural
Okay.
19.
Natural 19, okay. Be minus
Don't-
2.
Yeah. Just 19.
19, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you've got proficiency. So you're kind of like sticking your nose against the floor and having a good sniff. Definitely blood. You can definitely smell the kind of the iron content here. As you're kind of pushing your hands into the dirt and kind of running your hands over it, there is this kind of fuzzy texture to some of these tracks, as if something has been left behind. Makes you think it's a plant. You've seen this before. but you can't really recall where. You've seen these tracks before, but you've never seen what's made them.
He's just going to keep following it. He's doing his sniffs.
Sniff, sniff.
He's going to
Are
keep
the
going.
rest of you following behind?
I think Sinza kind of like offers a hand to Ymir. Like,
And she grabs it and grips just slightly.
Damn it. I should have put Ymir at Kaiden's back and just walked around.
I got her. It's okay.
Stab. Just waiting for that jugular to show.
No.
Blood God.
So you all heading after Kaiden. So Kaiden, as you get to that, you get to this point. I'm pausing. No, stop.
He's
I have a question, Jim.
Yes.
Can I look into the Asmothian matrix and see if there's any spirits around right now?
every dead animal in a fucking radius.
Yeah,
You can
I'm just
see a person sat on the log.
A what?
A person. You see a person sat on the log. Humanoid. Missing a chunk out of their ribcage. Yeah, it feels like it right now.
Excuse me, spirit, do you take commissions? Sorry, that's not what I... I don't... I'll send you my PayPal. I'm gonna let the party know that I'm like, hey, Sinza. I see dead people. No, I see dead people. There is a dead one, a dead person on the log. Should I talk to it?
Do you want to talk to them?
I mean, just to make sure that none of us die, probably. You know?
Maybe they're the thing that caused all the blood that's around?
Yeah. If I can ask, it wouldn't hurt to try. And also, I did not forget the thing that we were going to do. I just had to wait the next day. But I think our lives are going to... Okay, cool. Is Kaiden still doing the thing?
Kaiden's still sniffing on the floor. You're kind of looking in Kaiden's direction very briefly. Ymir, you see a movement before Kaiden does. You can feel it in the floor. You can feel something rumble in the bush next to Kaiden. Kaiden, I need you to
just slow sniff going towards the bush.
Here, hold on. Time out.
I need
guys,
you
let
to
them
make
die.
me a dex save, please.
Oh, boy.
Roll high, ball man.
You have inspiration. Use your inspiration.
Oh yeah, I do have inspiration. That's a reroll, isn't it? Let me see.
Or just get fucked up. Your choice.
Okay, it's 13. I use inspiration.
Use your inspiration.
I never use it. Might as well use it.
Reroll then. You get to reroll your d20.
I did. It was 13 because the first one would have been 5.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay. That's still not enough. Okay.
Oh shit!
I didn't think it would be.
Ouch.
Wait, no, because you have it's a dex save, right? So you have a danger sense. You get advantage on dex saving throws when you're not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
So not Ymir.
So roll again.
Fuck, Lab. Shit.
When you need healing and you're bleeding out on the ground,
That was
Remember.
3 low fucking rolls. I sensed it, but I'm so busy sniffing. I'm like, wait, it's too late because he's on the floor.
Kaiden, you
Oh,
are
no.
suddenly jumped by this mass
Oh,
of
what the
vines
fuck
and
is that?
moss as something begins to wrap itself around you. A shambling mound pulls itself out of the underbrush. and immediately has you grappled. You're now grappled, my friend.
Oh boy.
Ripperoni. At the start of your turn, you're going to need to make a DC 14 con save. As it begins to eat you, your head is overtaken and vanishes, and you begin to suffocate. I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
it's going down. We're yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
I will have to move back just one so I can access
timber.
Kaiden's token, but I am on top of you effectively.
Oh, yeah,
you
for
are.
For free.
Loud. That's why we're roommates. Like-
Why did we both had the same fucking reaction?
Oh, that makes sense. The mine for my initiative. Kaiden, as useless as it is, going to just start trying to eat the vines that are covering him.
How do I play this game again? Fuck.
Well, you click on initiative.
Where?
There we go.
So
In the sword, second tab.
It's just
in the
below
chat.
your icon on the sheet.
Normal roll.
Oh. Nom, nom, nom,
okay.
nom.
The Shambling
not
Mound rolled a 1, and it has a -1 to initiative, so it's a 0. So yeah, right at the top of the round, as you watch Kaiden suddenly get overtaken by these roots as they're beginning to kind of draw it into itself, and he is powerless to stop himself getting consumed. Sinza.
Okay. For my bonus action, I would like to rage, please. So as I see Kaiden kind of grappled by this thing and begin to get consumed, this rage just feels her blood boils. And then I would like to... Sorry, I'm just making sure all my stuff is in the correct places. And then I would like to move up. Oh, it's saying the game is currently poor, so I can't move forward.
There you go.
Thank you, my darling. 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm going to hit it with my axe. She kind of pulls it from her back and swings it, like helicopters it, and then just brings it down and across it.
Perfect.
I believe there's only one of these fucking things, because oh my god. Sinza, you just walked into the bushland. I'm so curious if there's
fine.
a second one, and there's gonna be like,
Oh.
and you're gonna be like, ah!
I missed.
You're going for the swing, but you are suddenly very aware that there is a Kaiden inside of this thing, and you have to like move the direction of your weapon before it slams into Kaiden instead, and you end up missing.
Oh no. Yes, and that's my turn. Thank you very much.
Okay. It is Ymir's turn.
Oh no. The mound has Kaiden. Kaiden is inside the mound. I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh dear god.
No. No.
I'm going in, squad. I'm gonna go right here. Is that?
Yeah,
right?
you can get
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
A mistake between Kaiden and the Shambling Mound's clavicle.
Oh, I don't care. I'm hitting anything.
Oh dear.
Ymir, that's me.
Just foaming at the mouth. Like,
Feral dog just running up on all fours.
Kaiden
Get your
and
dog,
Ymir
bitch.
energy.
I have a question. Do I get advantage because there's my homies are there?
No, because you're not flanking.
Right. No. Okay.
Didn't need it. 26 to hit.
Damn.
Make
Okay,
sure
I'm
this
also gonna
thing's
go ahead
targeted.
and because I know that Kaiden's in there, not because I know the thing. I'm gonna use a bonus action. I'm gonna do. Oh, here. Sorry. Let me target. I'm gonna cast Searing Smite.
Searing Smite.
damn,
Yeah, I
okay,
think I-
forward cleric. Fuck. Hot, burning, hot.
Did it prompt something?
No,
Or do
because you haven't targeted.
Oh, here. Okay. I got it targeted. Should. Okay, now I'm gonna do Searing Smite. You must target a token. I did already.
Yes. It's not targeted. If you right click on it and click on the little target option on the left hand side, that will also work.
So if I right click or if I...
Yeah, if you right click it and on the left hand of the little drop down, there should be a little targeting button. If you click that instead. For the sake of, I may just move this thing back so that you have, you know what you're, yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh. There we go. I figured it out.
Okay.
Nice.
So.
What does your Searing Smite look like?
I like to think that as soon as, Ymir sort of raises her mace, Kaiden's face flashing in her mind, her dear friend who injured her, actually, not too long ago, his face as a flame begins to slowly start up from the base of the mace and wraps around the sort of blunt force trauma end. And I'm gonna swing it at this bitch.
Roll your damage for me, love.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the damage for because I didn't do so with the mace, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, roll your mace damage, and then we'll add your Searing Smite damage on top of that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do the damage from the Searing Smite.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh dear, not nice. Not nice.
It failed the con save, so it is on fire.
Which means
this thing
Kaiden's
is
on
now
fire.
Which means
I'll be like,
Kaiden is
oh.
also Kaiden is also on fire.
Oh no, Kaiden!
You have taken. You will take one point of fire damage. So terrible. So you're down to 75.
Guys, I'm dying. I need healing.
It's terrible. I need healing.
That must be nice.
Ymir, something you notice is that you're fully expecting this plant to go up in flames as you hit it. It doesn't seem to have as much of an effect on it as you would have liked.
But Kaiden's still on fire, right?
Kaiden's still on fire. And it is still on fire. It just doesn't seem to be burning like you would expect it to be burning as something made of plant fiber.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else?
This is for because I know Kaiden's in there. And be like, as you feel the flames take you over. Don't worry, Kaiden. We'll get you out. Just let me light you on fire more.
No, stop, please.
Yes. Okay. He likes it, guys. That's my turn.
The more Kaiden you yell, the more you are suffocating. There is no oxygen in here as you're.
He's trying to eat through the vines. He's trying to eat it.
Nope.
Lyre, it's your turn.
All right. What I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to see the big shambling mound and be like, no. And I'm just going to back up a little bit.
No. That's the smart thing to do.
I'm going to back up. Icarus is going to come with me. Get over here, Icarus. You're not cut out for this, buddy. But what I'm going to do... How big is the shambling mound, out of curiosity?
It is considered a large creature. So this thing, I'd say, you'd be looking at probably about 10 foot tall.
Okay. So...
It's big.
Okay.
It's a big walking bush.
Okay, Lyre's gonna be like, okay, sure, okay. He's gonna start rifling through his bag and like pushing things aside, and he'll pull pull his hand out with something. It's like, something big can't eat something bigger. And he'll open his hand and blow iron dust towards Kaiden, and I'm going to cast Enlarge on Kaiden and make him big.
Okay, all right.
So target.
Okay.
Cast Enlarge.
Oh no, I'm going to perform.
But yeah,
Unintelligible.
I'm gonna say force. I think that's gonna cause force damage. I'd like you to roll me. Let's go 2d8. 2d8 of force damage as Kaiden gets massive inside of this thing.
Okay. Come on, big boy. Oh, damn. Okay, big boy. That's 13 points of force damage.
13 points. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so that is that.
So yeah,
Perfect.
Lyre will blow the iron shavings, and as they like head over, they will begin to latch onto the skin of Kaiden, and then they will sort of pulse, and you'll just see Kaiden begin to double in size, and Lyre will just sort of, okay. Is he out of his mouth?
Kaiden, you have been freed from the shambling mound because you are fucking massive. As you like your head is ripped free, you're able to take in a deep breath. However, you are still on fire.
Yeah, well, yeah.
On fire and giant.
But Kaiden, if you look over to Lyre, you'll see him standing there and be like, "Go get him, boy, man!" So basically, you get an additional 1d4 damage with any strikes you make now. So,
Fantastic.
and you have advantage on strength saving checks and throws even if you were not raging.
Sounds like it's your turn, Kaiden.
It's like big man, like it's like grabs the shambling man and just great axe and chop on the top. I'm gonna like rage first, but then he's just gonna use both his attacks to do that.
All right. So as you are raging, I need you to roll on your wild magic table, please.
Oh god, this could go bad.
This could go fucking horribly. It's gonna be great.
You'll get naked.
Wild magic. I just click on the damage for that to roll. Okay. So it's 3 for the range. The wild magic.
Your wild magic table for combat is a D100.
Oh.
Oh, is that the one you roll? Okay.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one you roll. Okay.
You have a big boy table. Would you like me to roll?
Yes, I don't think I have the D100.
Until your rage ends, you regain hit points equal to your Constitution modifier at the start of your turns.
Let's go, dude.
What the fuck?
Let's fucking go. Okay.
We have a Titan.
Go?
So your con modifier is a +3, so every turn you heal for 3 hit points.
Oh.
Damn. Let's hope this hit.
That's a miss. As you grab hold of it, it just kind of slides out of your grip.
Ooh.
This thing is wet and also on fire. And it's unpleasant overall, in general. This thing is not
I've got my
nice.
extra attack.
Going for the second swing.
I'm going for reckless, so I can do advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit.
Okay, yep, that one hits.
Yeah.
This time you're like, nope, fuck you, and you grab hold of it.
So, does it show the damage automatically? Or no, I need
No, you'll have to roll your damage.
Don't forget the D4.
The D4.
Yes.
It doesn't add brutal. Does it add my brutal critical or not?
You do not have critical yet.
Oh,
You
that's
are
later,
not
isn't
high
it?
enough.
Yeah.
Not high enough barb yet.
Okay, that's why.
Ooh, 13 points. And that's with the
13,
plus... It's the plus
15.
D4 there as well. 15.
Oh, do you want me? Yeah, 15. So I
Yeah,
just had it in
okay.
front of me to make it easier than going to find the D4.
And then another 2, which would be that.
Yeah.
Okay. As you bring this blade down, you carve through a handful of these roots with migraine. And it doesn't really make any sound, but it like rustles in your direction. Doesn't seem particularly happy.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else this turn?
That's my turn because there's not much I can do.
It's the mound's turn.
Uh oh. Oh no.
And then
There's 2 small targets next to it now.
Yeah. It's obviously going to go after the smaller targets because the big one it can't eat. So Ymir, hi babe. It is going to attempt to slam its body weight on top of you. As you see this shadow getting like closer towards you as it kind of raises up above your head.
Kaiden's like failing to pull
That's
it
a
away from
that's a
you.
crit. That's a crit.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. So
Fuck.
I'm going to roll it as a normal roll and then double the damage.
Man, if only someone had silvery barbs.
So that'll be 24
I don't
points
have an equip.
of.
Why not?
I didn't prepare it.
Why? Oh, fuck.
You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just lands on top of you, and because you are a medium creature, it is going to engulf you as it does so.
Huh?
You are grappled by this thing, and I need you to make a con save at the beginning of your next turn or start suffocating.
I choose to suffocate, thank you.
I don't want to be here
You
anymore.
are currently blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
That's nothing new.
Oh wait, no, it gets 2 attacks.
my
And
God.
because you're in it, it's going to also use your weight on top of Sinza. So
Oh,
Sinza, you're
fuck.
the next target as it's going in for another swing.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
Nom nom nom.
That's
no,
a
It
hit.
is the bear pulling
Oh,
away.
You take 5 points because it automatically does the thing. Yay! I got it to work.
Yay.
So you
good,
take
Toad.
5 points total of bludgeoning damage as this thing lands on top of you with Ymir inside it. Great. Other than that, that is its turn. Sinza, you're up.
Am I restrained currently?
You're not because it's already got something
Okay.
inside it. Okay, the cleric.
Okay, as I see this thing engulf Ymir, is there any way for me to like reach for her to try and pull her free?
You can give her assistance and try and pull her out. Yeah. I need you to make me a contested strength check, please.
At advantage because I'm raging. Oh fuck. Oh no, this is not. 11.
Doesn't roll very high. I rolled a 10, so you managed to pull Ymir out by the leg. You're kind of dragging her out of these vines. It's not a particularly comfortable experience, Ymir, because this thing's on fire, so it's really fucking warm in there. As you pull it out, Ymir, you're on the floor, but you're not in the shambling mound anymore. That was your action.
Oh god, do I want to do something on my bonus action? Ah! Sorry, give me 1 second. I don't know if it's gonna work. No, I think I'm good. I just kind of like pull Ymir free, and since it's kind of like holding her in her arms, just like kind of looking up at this thing, and then very gently just kind of puts Ymir down. Can I use my movement?
You can, but you will incur an attack of opportunity.
You're a barbarian. Get over it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Evasion,
Fuck it,
you're
fuck
fine.
it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna move 5, 10.
Well, if you're moving into its range, then you don't get an attack of opportunity, like because you're staying in melee range of it. So
I'm still
that's
staying
fine.
in melee. I'm just trying to get like behind it. I'm trying to get like
Behind it.
here. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so you move around behind it, and
Yeah, since it
is
kind
that
of
your
like
turn?
uses her axe, it's like she kind of like puts her axe in the ground and kind of like makes her way around to the other side. And that is my turn, please.
Okie dokie. Ymir, you are free. A little bit crispy from being inside a burning plant, but you're good. What are you up to?
Fuck you, Toby. I'm gonna I hate it here.
For 3?
This is the most damage I've taken in the last 2 sessions. I'm gonna believe it. Think it's because I'm a little blind girl in the big city. No,
Hating on black.
We're in a forest, alright.
in the big forest. Shit. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cure wounds myself because I'm really hurt.
Good idea.
Yeah. Here we go. Please, please, please. Okay. Okay, normal.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
that's-
that's
good.
it?
That's good. Mine is great. What do you mean?
I need more.
you heal yourself in the shadow of this fucking gigantic creature in front of you. You're just like,
Is it still attacking me? It's still attacking me, isn't it?
it's still looking at you, or at least
Oh,
you think it is.
Oh my god. There's nothing I can do here. I could move, but it's still gonna hit me. But if I don't, it'll hit me either way. If I die, I'll just make you feel bad. I'll stay there.
Okay. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
Because I already used.
You used the spell. You can use cantrips as bonus actions, remember?
Cast guidance on myself, please. Show me the way.
Challenge,
No.
honestly.
Wait, because guidance can be used. Guidance can help my friends. So,
You can grab the person nearest to you, and it's a
Ymir does not
concentration
wanna
up to a
help me
minute.
right now.
I'm gonna cast guidance on same process, right? I'll just target I'm gonna
Target
cast-
Kaiden?
Yeah, to give guidance. No,
Yep.
it says you can no avail spells after which you cast guidance.
Oh.
You cannot.
Oh. Interesting. For the time being, Kaiden, you have an extra d4 to an ability check of your choice for the next minute while
Yeah.
this is being concentrated on.
And that's
Don't
my
worry
turn.
about rolling it in. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Lyre.
Hi. I am going to.
You do not have a clear shot here. It's just like,
I'm
giant man and
Through the
cleric.
bushes.
okay. I'm gonna like step through the trees and be like, "Fucking god, shit!" I'm gonna pick it. Is there berries or anything as I'm walking through?
Roll me a perception check.
11.
Nothing that you can see.
Is there like a rock?
Yeah, there's a rock.
Okay, I'll pick up a rock along the way and like
Oh,
rub
we're
it in
doing
my
the classic, are we?
rub it in my hands and be like, "Hey, dickhead!" and like line it up baseball shot and let it go. And I'll cast catapult at first level on the big guy.
Okay.
Where's my catapult spell? There it is. Cast less spell. I believe that's a dex save on your end, my friend.
A dex save. This thing is not particularly dexterous. Well, a 17.
So close on being a
Oh, he
5.
succeeds. So he
Yeah.
he takes
Is that half damage?
no, that's not. It just whizzes right by him.
It just misses him. Kaiden, you watch this fucking rock. You hear "dickhead" as it goes past you, and then
Kaiden thinks
smashes
that's
into like
it.
the tree nearby.
Seeing that it
It
missed,
splinters the tree.
Oh boy.
As it hits the tree behind it. It just.
seeing that it missed, Lyre will be like, "Fuck." He'll reach into his pouch and pull out a little bit of fleece, and he'll like rub it together and then point towards the spot next to Ymir. And as a cantrip, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and a small version of Ollie, injured, bloody, looking weak, will step out from behind Ymir, looking terrified in front of the shambling mound.
So it will be a 2D image as a minor illusion, but it is not a smart creature. I'm gonna roll, let's say, an intelligence save to see how fucking, if this thing will fall for it. Anything over a 14, it does. Okay. Yeah, no, it can tell that this thing isn't quite three-dimensional enough to eat. So it is, you still have the illusion there, but the mound seems to be ignoring it.
Worth a shot.
Kaiden.
Okay. I'm gonna try and aim for like its arm, or what its arm would be with the vines. I want to target.
Well, that was close to a nat there.
That was close.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Fuck me, 16 points of damage as you slam into this.
Don't forget your D4.
And a D4.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And your D4. Roll an extra D4.
Because you go big burly ball, man.
Can I just click it here and roll?
Yeah. If you click D4 and then press enter.
No, that just added 2 when I pressed that now. Oh no.
Well, that's an extra 4.
That's fine. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
Neat.
Yeah, and I'll just do the extra attack. I'll like rip it out, and then as he rips it out of the vines, he brings it up into an uppercut across.
Okay. Yum, that's another hit.
Plus a D4. Oh, I just click roll there. So there we go. That makes it quicker.
Okay, and then an extra 3
17.
there. So that is. Okay.
As a bonus action,
Yep.
could I, because I'm so large now, could I basically pick up Ymir and put him on my shoulder so that they don't grab, like try and eat Ymir?
Ymir, do you willingly get picked up by Kaiden?
For now.
For now, I've got the cleric on my shoulder to protect them.
Kaiden, how tall are you normally?
Kaiden is 7'2".
So you are doubled in height. You are almost 15 feet tall as you lay like kneel down, pick up Ymir, and just pop her on your shoulder.
14'4". Yeah.
Big.
You are fucking massive.
Burly.
As Ymir, you are suddenly not on the floor.
Vorman.
Old man can't wait much longer.
Release me.
Release me.
Release me.
Ymir, you have a height advantage now, but you are now looking down at silhouettes on the floor underneath you.
Need the
Is
wizard
that what
on
you're
my
doing,
other shoulder.
Kaiden?
That's it. I can't do much else.
Okay. Shambling Mound, having seen that its target has moved, is going to turn its attention to the lovely Sinza.
Thank God.
Behind it.
I'm just a goat. I'm just a goat, please. I'm just a goat.
That's a
It's
bad
going to
choice.
go in
Just a go.
for a slam attack.
I'm just a
Oh, I can make
goat.
it.
That's a hit as it begins to move in on you. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and you are grappled. You are now blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe as the air is getting sucked out of your lungs as it seems to like wrap its tentacles around your horns and pull you in.
Oh my God.
I have a question for you,
It's
Toby.
going to slam again.
Oh my god.
With you attached to it, it's effectively just going to lift you up and throw you back down whilst you are still half engulfed by this thing. But the second one, you manage to kind of get your feet down before it's able to slam your full body weight into the floor. Yeah, that is its turn. Sinza, at the beginning of your turn, I need you to make me a con save, please.
I think it's my turn as well.
Yes. You are restrained. You cannot take any actions.
Is the sensation like drowning?
Yes. You can't breathe. You are suffocating. Make me a con save, please. Okay. So as you're like struggling to kind of get your head back out, you take an extra 2d8 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you're above
So the gelatinous cube all over again. God fucking damn it, Tobias.
You take another 13 points of bludgeoning damage, but it will be halved to 6. So
you're okay.
that will be.
You're okay.
There you go.
Everything's gonna be okay.
You can barely hear people outside. You're desperately trying to get out. Other than that, you cannot take any actions this turn because you are restrained.
Oh, fuck.
Can she not use an action to try and break the restraint? Isn't that?
She failed the con save.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you
Ymir.
Fuck.
Oh man,
You
I'm
have
so
a height
conflicted.
advantage.
Yeah,
look down.
what do I mean? I'm just okay.
If you decide to take a melee action, it will be at advantage. Slash might do more damage because you are jumping on top of this thing.
I'm gonna do my spiritual weapon.
Fly, little Asmoth.
Okay, yum.
I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Where?
Okay. I want to do. Where can I put it? Could I, if I put it somewhere, does it also get flanking? Can I put it next to right here?
Boink. It's your spiritual weapon.
Okay. And I'm gonna cast it, and I'm gonna roll to attack with my spiritual weapon.
Yep. That's a hit.
Okay. Do damage. Oh. It's... Okay, give me 1 second. It says, cannot read properties of undefined reading options.
How much damage does it do? Is it 2d6?
It's... I believe...
Let me have a looky. It is 1d8 plus your spellcasting mod, which is plus 5. So a d8 plus 5. Just roll a d8 plus 5 for me.
D8. 5. Roll.
10 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing gets bashed into.
Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and use my mace on it. My action.
You want to target it again? You just untargeted it.
Yeah, let me do this.
There you go.
Mace.
So are you jumping down off of Kaiden to hit this thing?
Yeah, this bitch.
Going in for the flying swing.
Go with advantage.
Nice. Good shit.
Okay, that's a hit. Okay, you do 6 points. Roll me an extra d6 for me, please.
Okay. Roll.
Okay. As you begin to barrel off, Lyre, you're watching Ymir just swan dive off of Kaiden's shoulder directly on top of this thing. As she goes barreling into it, and you hear the kind of the thunk of her mace connect with something hard. You can't tell if that was Sinza's head or if that was part of the creature. But you're like hearing much screaming out of Sinza. You could just see her kind of struggling, so you assume it probably wasn't Sinza. But Ymir, you're now pretty much on top of this thing. Are you trying to get off it, or are you just gonna like surf this thing for a bit?
I am going to turn your head into a mantelpiece.
Fantastic.
Just bull riding this thing, one hand in the air, just wow.
Lyre.
Lyre's gonna try and loop around a little bit more and get a clear shot away from Sinza being eaten and the giant Kaiden and then Ymir on top of it, and he's just gonna pull out his spellbook, just looking in confusion and rip a page out of it and just, what the fuck? And throw it and cast Eldritch Blast towards the big boy. So that is bada bing, bada boom, attack, normal.
That's a crit. Yummy. So roll your damage normally, and we will double it.
All right. Eldritch Blast. Where it's not telling me damage. I can't click damage.
Roll me a d10 then. Just roll me a d10 and we'll double it.
Okay. D10. Roll.
Yum. That's 18 points of force damage as this thing barrels into it. I'm going to apply double damage. Yum. This thing is looking rough as it is hit.
A bonus action, right?
Cantrips are a bonus action. You can still do a spell and or an action.
No, I gotta save my spells. He'll reach for the short sword that he sold and sort of just like grasp at his waist. It's like, shit. Kaiden, kill this fucking thing! And that's what my turn.
I'm trying.
Okay,
Kaiden. So Ymir's now jumped on top.
You can try and free Sinza if you want to.
I'm going to do. I don't want to hurt Ymir, so I'm going to come around the side. I made a heart rate chart to see this height because they're literally like at Kaiden's elbow, this thing. So he's going to crouch and then bring his arms around to like the front, like a big hug, and then just try and pry it open to let Sinza out.
Roll me a melee attack.
Okay.
Just like a standard melee attack, like an unarmed strike. Don't worry about the damage. I'm just gonna roll to see whether or not you're able to do this.
Please don't fuck me up.
Yep, that's a hit. Okay. It's so low on hit points, I'm gonna call it. As you pull your arms around this thing and begin to peel it apart, you are just tearing it in half. As it is just pulled, ripping feathers, like vines and plant leaf is getting thrown everywhere. You're kind of easily peeling it apart, and Sinza, you are freed as you're able to take in a very deep breath. But this thing very much did not survive the attack.
Ymir was on. Does Ymir just drop to the floor from like?
Ymir, you just effectively get flung off this thing as Kaiden wraps around it, and you hit the deck, but you're fine mostly.
Okay, just gonna just slam the pieces on the floor, just in wet slop on the floor, each side.
Kind of hitting the deck after being free. Since his eyes that are usually like gold and yellow are pitch black, and you can kind of see this like small like black inky tears have fallen from her face. And she very quickly like comes up to like rub her eyes in her face, and it clears. And she kind of just finds her axe. Everyone all good? Collected? Good?
Not a scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to get scratched if you stand all the way over there.
Hey, I helped. You see how big he fucking is?
Uh-huh.
Oh. How do I get down?
Give it a minute. After a minute, you'll just slowly revert to normal.
Everyone's at like his fucking like waist height at this point.
I'm like kneecaps. Like,
You're gonna kneecap. Yeah. I'm gonna
You
make
begin to
sure everyone
slowly
else is
shrink
okay.
back down to
Okay.
size, Kaiden.
Ooh.
You're still tall, but you're not
Yeah.
15 feet tall.
Oh, it's okay. I figured it out.
good work, buddy.
I'm sick of
I'm
getting
gonna-
eaten by things. I'm so sick. If I get eaten by one more thing, I'm gonna actually lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
It's always
Did you
things that
get
make you
eaten while I was
suffocate as well.
gone?
Uh-huh.
Did you get eaten when I was gone?
Yeah, I got eaten by a jelly cube.
I thought that was like food that they served in towns. How did you get eaten by it?
It dashed.
Oh.
I saw a lever that caught my attention and got sucked inside.
Okay. Is
Icarus.
everyone
Like-
okay though?
Ymir's looking a bit worse for wear.
I'm going in at
Wow.
the shambling mound. I'm gonna loot this shit. I don't give a fuck. I wonder what I hit.
I'll cast
Me.
Cure Wounds.
Did I hit you? I hit.
No, you.
Was that the one I hit?
You hit the shambling mound.
I cast
But
Cure
that-
Wounds on Ymir.
You said I heard a loud thunk or something. It was just my mace? Didn't hit anything in particular.
No,
right?
it was just you hitting something in the shambling mound. It was probably
so
like
it
a
was
branch.
Okay.
Ymir gets
Did I-
9 points of healing. I just healed Ymir.
Thank you so much.
Just a slop of mud
Out of
as your mat.
character.
Looting. Thank you, out of character. In character, I
Can I-
hate you.
Can I
Don't
roll an
touch me.
investigation to search it, loot it, see if I learn anything from it?
Yeah, go for it.
Did you want me to roll that on Foundry or do you want to do it on by dice?
You're cool.
Okay, I'm gonna do my investigation. Let me do +7.
Give Icarus a big scratch. He did so good.
It's a 16.
16. Okay, so you start kind of putting your hands inside this thing. There's like bits of spiky plant. It's unpleasant for the most part. You're just kind of rummaging through it. You do find a couple of bones
Ooh.
of something it's probably digested at some point.
Mhm.
If it can digest stuff, maybe it's something that's suffocated in there and just rotted away. You find a bit of a crossbow. You see like the front half of a crossbow, and a small kind of torn up looking pouch with a ring of about 7 gold attached to it.
As I find this and look them over, is the spirit still in the tree, not too far away from here?
Yeah, the spirit's been watching. They've just been sat on the tree.
I gesture the ring or any of the things I find, raise it to it, almost trying to communicate if this is theirs.
You see them pull a crossbow off their back, which implies that crossbow was probably theirs.
And shoot you.
This guy wants to box for his food. Like, what are you
Would that be known at some point if we move out? I would like to give give their remains a proper burial.
If you'd like to. What remains you're able to find bits of tattered clothing that have been somewhat disintegrated, rotted skin, hair, whatever you can find. It's mostly sort of just bones and bits of equipment that have been crushed and or discarded that this thing has kind of picked up. He doesn't seem particularly phased that you're kind of picking things up out of this thing. If anything, he seems somewhat grateful that he's not attached to this thing anymore. Just seems like someone who got caught on the road at a bad time.
Yeah. I'll do that. That's all I'll be doing.
As Kaiden kind of moves closer to Sinza, Sinza just kind of reaches a hand out and kind of reaches for like just something to hold, whether it's like something that's hanging on his belt. You can see her hands are shaking, but she's still holding herself very strongly. She kind of puts her axe on her back and then just holds something that's on your belt.
Yeah. He'll stay by you to support you.
I'll be scritching Icarus and then just sort of whisper, "Go check on everyone," and let him go. And he'll start like rubbing up on, like giving headbutts to Ymir as she's like preparing the grave, and then he'll walk in and out of Sinza's legs and Kaiden's legs, just purring up a storm, just checking on everyone.
Kaiden, Icarus picks him up.
Baby!
You're just holding him like, I have Icarus.
Big fluffy Maine Coon.
Yeah.
He like does the thing where he puts his head into your armpit.
Yep.
As you pick him up.
He's just burying.
But for the most part, as the sun is beginning to set through the trees, Ymir, are you dedicating this burial to a specific god?
How fucked up am I gonna be right now? Give me 1 second, because there's a god I want to dedicate it to, just out of an experiment, not the one that I worship. I just want to see, for ha-has.
Ahas, okay.
I forgot the lore document you gave me for the religions out there. Did you give me a little one?
The player document will have some in there.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to
That's
do
okay.
this up now.
Do we want to take a quick break, and I'll send you the lore document again, and we can go and do that. So we'll go on a quick break. We'll see you in a wee bit. Right. So, what god are you dedicating this ceremony to, Ymir?
Ymir, her whole sort of short life has been searching for a means of prolonging life, the fear of death, everything leading up to this point. She's going to think about a couple people in mind. Her deity originally was given her power, and which she is thankful for to a certain degree, as rich as she is. Then her mind wanders off to her nightmares, or visions, really. I'm not required to say anything out loud, right? I could just be like,
DM me to let me know, but you do not have to. You do not have to tell anyone.
I'm gonna send this. Can I put it in whispers?
Whispers, yeah. Okay.
Jesus, that's terrifying.
Yeah. If that's what you want, you can do that.
It's just not even like serious about it. Just as like, why not?
I want to see where that goes.
The fuck
Then I
does
will do
that
that.
mean?
Okay. So you quietly to yourself dedicate this this burial to this person, this deity, as you you kind of go about your business, and the rest of you are kind of gathering your things. You're going to want to find somewhere to hole up for the night. Kaiden, from here, you know there is a relatively safe spot nearby that you'd be able to kind of set yourselves up. I will need you to roll me another survival at advantage to get to that spot.
So, survival. So that is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Great.
20.
The night begins to roll in as you head off into the brush again, keeping an eye out, making sure that you're not being followed, being watched by any creatures of these woods. It doesn't take you long, but you're able to kind of make it to a waterfall, overshadowed by part of the part of a cliffside of white-looking stone. Seems like this area is relatively common sort of foot traffic. It's been carved out. There's like a little bridge and some steps that go down here. This is quite a common camping spot for people who travel along these roads. It's peaceful. It doesn't take you long for you to set up a little campsite and settle down for the night. You have the night to yourselves. What would you like to do?
Kane is going to have a bath in the water pool.
It's relatively clear water. It's quite
Oh, no.
comfortable. It's not particularly hot. It's not particularly cold water. You
He's
kinda
literally
slip
just
in.
be like straight down and into the water.
In he goes.
In he goes.
It's the
He's
first
gonna have
shower
a
you've
wash.
had.
Yeah, he hasn't had one properly. And he wants a wash.
Sinza kind of very slowly moves across to sit crisscross applesauce next to Ymir. Just kind of looks sidelong at her. How you feeling?
I should be asking that to you. You were like sort of swallowed up inside it. It was super scary. Not that I was concerned, because I knew you'd be okay. Because you're like kind of like, she like glances over you, like pretty much muscle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting eaten or the sensation of drowning per se.
I got used to it.
The sensation of drowning or
Dying. It's not something like my people can run away from. So I've just learned to get used to it.
do you worry about always being scared of death to a sense that you'll forget to live?
Sinza, one of the biggest reasons why I decided to travel with all of you was because I never got to live at all. So in a way, us being here in these woods, I am living to a certain degree. You know, it doesn't help that I was stung by Kaiden earlier, but I'm pretty sure we'll get even pretty soon.
The only thing, the only small piece of advice I can give you is just enjoy the little things, the little moments. You don't realize how much you miss them until they're gone.
Unfortunately, I know that feeling too well.
Me and you have a lot in common than it seems.
For you? I hope not.
Right back at you.
Well, aren't you two adorable?
Mind your business, Lyre.
Your business, David.
So, You want to talk to some dead people? Some people who are following me around? How do you feel?
Yeah, sure. Do you have questions? Have you been writing them down? Like, all right, actually.
Sinza,
Oh yeah,
Sinza
she pulls out the book.
It pulls out like a little
Okay.
piece of paper that she has, and you can see like it's very roughly like sketched. Like she's written things, then crossed them out, and then written something else, and then crossed them out, and written something else. Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Yes, because I cannot read without braille, but I assume you're just going to say them to me. And
No, here's the piece of paper. You read them out.
okay, let me
No,
just.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Give me. I will read them for you. And no. So, will you speak to the one that looks similar to me?
Yeah, sure. How close is the spirit?
That spirit is sat
It's like right
directly
next
next
to
to
her?
Sinza, with their hand on Sinza's leg.
I'm sorry, it's just like.
Well,
Stop it.
that's all the merchandise. God, Jesus.
Not you. I'm gonna talk to the one that looks like Cynthia.
Okay. As
Someone
you
cast Speak with Dead.
as you cast Speak with Dead, and the gold glow appears in the back of your throat, the figure's head turns towards you and looks at you.
Can you ask what their name is?
What is your name?
Tarkin.
Can you say that again? You cut out for me. It was Torgen.
Targan. So Targan. Targan.
Targen.
Can I make a history check?
A disadvantage.
History. 19.
It's a familiar name. Feels like one that you've said many, many, many times. But there's something that's stopping you from connecting the dots. And it's swallowed by the Everdark.
You see, Sinza kind of closes her eyes and she takes this like deep, labored breath before she kind of turns back to you. Who were they to me?
Sorry. B. Who are you to Sinza?
I am Sinza's brother.
He says he's your brother?
You're starting to get a headache, Sinza. Starting from the back of your skull and spreading.
Sinza's expression creases into this like frown of confusion. Her eyes kind of darting back and forth, kind of darkening at the edges, almost consumed by this blackness. She tries to shake away the headache. She's like frustrated. How did you die?
How did you die?
Me and my party were fighting a displacer beast on the Remedian border. None of us made it.
He said that himself and his party were fighting a displacer beast on the insert name border.
Remedian border, which is
Remedian
far up
border.
north.
Far up north. Thank you, God. none of them made it out alive.
Sinza kind of reaches out a hand and you feel her kind of warm palm against yours. She just wants to hold something.
Ymir's-
How many?
Go for it.
How many more questions do I have?
So did you see the cat?
Oh, he's so cute.
Icarus.
How long ago did you die?
How long ago did you die?
10 years.
10 years.
She's struggling to form words for the next question because I think she's in so much shock that the shaking that was in her hands is now starting to consume her entire body. She's trembling.
If you are okay with me doing this.
Mm.
Oh man, Ymir's not used to this, but that's her friend.
My friends.
Ymir's going to still hold your hand, just get closer to you, and just sort of putting her body against yours, just to sort of level you slightly. You got this. And also, we only have one question, so no pressure.
She leans into your hold. She's very warm, like the fur is just kind of giving off this heat as she holds you close. Where were we from?
Where are you from?
I came from 𝘏, up in the far north. A paladin of 𝘏𝘪.
I got it, Jane, if you don't want to repeat it back.
I'm so sorry, I'm just thinking. I also just think this makes sense for Ymir to be like,
Oh.
I got this.
Put it in the chat for me.
From, they came, well, both of you, they said they came from 𝘏, and it was from, I'm so sorry, Sinza, a paladin of 𝘏𝘪. That might mean something to you, but I might be completely butchering it.
You can roll me a religion check. Yeah, anyone who's listening.
I'm listening.
They're not being quiet, so if we're all kind of sitting around, it's a natural one.
Ken's probably washed by now.
15, religion, right?
Yep.
19.
21.
Oh,
21.
we'll kill him. Well,
We'll kill him.
I don't like the gods, but I know them.
To anyone who rolled over a 14.
Everyone but Sinza.
Everyone but Sinza. Sinza, you've never been particularly in tune with the Seven. The Divine Order was never really part of your life. Not that you remember it, at least. The rest of you, Azoa, the god of the hunt, had 2 children, one of them being 𝘏𝘪, who was the god of warriors. He was a paladin of the god of warriors. Honorable combat, of respecting battle, of fighting honorably, of dying honorably. With that final question, his head turns away from you, Ymir, as if you've stopped being visible to him as the magic fades. but he's still there.
That's all I can get. Sorry.
No. No, I appreciate it.
Sinza, I need you to make me a d20 roll, please.
Uh-oh.
It's a 2.
Your chest is getting tighter and tighter by the moment. And you can feel something, almost like claws, are beginning to push out of your ribs. You feel like something is trying to break out, and you don't know if you have the strength to keep it in.
What the
How
fuck?
long has it been?
A few months now.
Yeah.
Longer than you have usually gone.
You see Sinza's body kind of like tense and like she's holding her breath. And she becomes very still very quickly. Ymir, thank you for... I'm just gonna get some air. And she very quickly gets up and kind of tries to find like a shady spot to collect herself.
The sensation just keeps getting worse.
Not here, not now. Please. She's kind of leant up against a tree, kind of as far away from the party as she can. And she's just panting like a ragged dog. And this kind of black ichor is starting to form in her mouth and drip between her fangs onto the floor. She's fighting it as much as she can, but it's been months. And she's hungry.
The rest of you can, like, vaguely heard her leaving. She's not too far away, but she's far enough away that she's covered by the brush, mostly.
What was that all about? Sort of look to Kaiden. You know her best. Is she okay?
I'm not sure. I mean, I missed part of what happened. Maybe she's upset about... I heard bits about Ymir talking to the ghost, but I'm not sure.
Did you want to go check on her? I can send Echo.
Yeah, I think I'll go check on her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
We'll be here.
And Kane's gonna go over the check on where she is.
I guess the two of you don't have any dark vision. Are you lighting a torch? You need to find her somehow. You're just going to be walking out into nothingness otherwise.
Yeah, he doesn't have dark vision, does he?
I can give you some light.
Yeah, that'll do.
Lyre will cast guiding lights, dancing lights, sorry, and they will track behind Kaiden.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a light or two that are following you around?
Nice. Otherwise, it would have been, I'm going to sniff her out.
You have a minute of light. Just so you can find her.
Yeah, just so you can get to her, and then it's all going to go out.
Where do I go? Kate doesn't know.
Following kind of the sound of her breath, you can hear her beginning to breathe quite heavily. Sounds almost like she's choking.
Sinza, you okay?
Sinza, what does Kaiden see?
You see Sinza's body kind of crookedly leant up against the tree, her head kind of between her arms as she's breathing. The fur on her body looks different, like it's kind of matted and mangy. This black ichor that's spilling from her mouth is kind of scarring and burning away at the fur that would be on her neck and her chest. And as she hears you call out for her, her head snaps in your direction, and you see the yellow color is slowly being consumed by this black inkiness, and tears of this black run down her face, burning away at the fur. You see fear in her eyes as she finds you, and then nothing. As it looks like she's been struck in the chest, like an arrow has hit her directly in the heart. Her body just falls to the ground, her head and teeth clopping as she falls.
Kaiden's gonna run over and like try and cast Cure Wounds, because he has no idea what's going on.
As you get close, a chill runs up your body as you see a clawed hand has snaked its way between Sinza's teeth.
Wait, from behind or
From within her mouth, and
Out
as
of the mouth.
this creaking crack noise echoes through the surrounding air and everything falls silent, and you watch her jaw almost crack open like a snake's would as this hand curves out to reach into the mud and ground, pulling itself out of her form. Another hand pulling through to reach into the dirt. Something is climbing out of her form, and as her jaw opens from beneath her maw, you see a set of eyes, sunken, dark, unholy. Another set of arms pull free. And what pulls free from Sinza's form is unlike nothing you've ever seen before. This almost a little larger than Sinza on all fours, these 6 sets of limbs that kind of scuttle free of her once goat form melted away by this black ichor that coats the ground around her, her hoofs planted as she pushes herself to stand, her long neck coated in this almost mane of fur falls to the ground like a doll's, assessing you. Nothing but bone and skin on her face. And it tilts to look at you with this kind of unfamiliarity. Little druid. I would like to cast Call or Cry of the Cursed, please, Toby.
Yeah, go for it.
Kaiden, can you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
What's that? What's Cry the Courage?
As this call leaves her, the light of the dancing light is snuffed out. Thrown into pitch blackness.
is it snuffed out by this? Because would Lyre notice if his spell's just...
Lyre would notice, yeah. And Lyre's gonna fucking hear it because this is not quiet.
Oh boy, I need to check on my constant. I'm so glad I've got high plus. It's still just a 14.
14.
14. I think he saves.
Okay.
It's a 12. This sound kind of leaves what you think is Sinza's mouth. And it's like your name whispered in prayer in this kind of deep sound that kind of echoes your mind and echoes and echoes. And it turns into screams of the people that you care about the most, calling your name, calling for you. And you're able to shake it free from your mind. But what you're looking at chills you to the bone. It is like nothing from or what should be natural to these forests. Toby, all yours, honey.
Kaiden, as you're looking upon this form, all of you can have a reference as to what that looks like in the Discord currently. You are looking upon it. Your wild magic is screaming. That is unnatural. Nothing about that should exist. Nothing.
Oh, what the fuck?
But it's my friend.
Your logic versus your magic are fighting currently.
Kill it with fire.
I don't think fire's gonna work.
It doesn't seem to be making any moves to attack you.
Does it sound like not directly Sinza, but does it sound like a completely different entity, or like is there any familiarity that this is some version of Sinza?
The sound is neither like masculine or feminine. It's like a combination of voices kind of mashed together. You can hear Sinzas within it, but there are multiple kind of bringing together this mishmash of noise to form words.
It's like an echo of Sinza's voice. It's not quite her, but she is in there somewhere.
It's got bones protruding from its back.
He is gonna just put a hand to whatever the leg or limb. But is Sinza still there? Are you Sinza?
Sinza, how do you respond to being
Are you-
touched?
Yeah, make a dexterity saving throw, Kaiden.
Incredible art, by
12.
the way, Toby. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Commission him. Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 12. So it was 10 plus 2, so yeah.
Almost in the darkness, you see this flash of silver as a set of claws swing towards you, slicing up the arm that you used to swing your axe. You are going to take 6 points of damage.
Yo. This is bad.
As the smell of blood hits the air, her head lowers even more, and this deep guttural growl kind of leaves her. She's hunting.
Okay.
Like, you've seen this look in creatures that you often have watched stalk prey. Like, this is how she's looking at you. There's nothing behind those eyes, since it's not there.
Kaiden's gonna jump at her and try and grapple.
I'm going to try and grapple her. Okay.
Yeah.
I need a contested strength check, please. The two of you down by the campfire heard this heinous fucking roar of a variety of different voices, and now you're hearing a struggle.
17.
That
The
didn't sound
dancing
good.
light's been snuffed out.
And my light is gone.
We go?
We
Yeah,
go.
We go? We check.
You bringing light with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights and have it just sort of hover around Ymir so she can see at least a little bit in front of her.
She doesn't need it. She's got blind sight, so she for 10 feet she can just move without being able to see at all.
Oh, cool! I got dark vision. If we don't need light, we don't need light.
All right. So the two of you
We're going
are
SEAL
just
Team 6 on these bitches.
Going dark.
Bravo 6. All right, Kaiden, how did you do? How was your roll?
I got a 17.
17. All right, so you're able to wrap your arms around Sinza and pin her in place as she is beginning to struggle with what you think is Sinza. There is this sort of degloved, skeletal version of her with more arms than she had. You are effectively just holding her in place as you see Lyre and Ymir beginning to peel up and into sight.
Yeah,
Sinza,
Kaiden
the
is.
instinct to run is beginning to kick in.
I'm just want to keep holding it there. So I'm getting my friend back one way or another.
If I see the others running up, I'm going outnumbered pack tactics. Primal, she's going to try and struggle her way or free herself from Kaiden.
Try and break free. We'll see what these two want to do prior to you being able to break out if you are.
Toby, would Kaiden have a wild magic surge? Because I feel like he's going through a lot of emotional distress right now.
You're going to blow me up?
No, I hope
This
not,
would
but I
be-
feel like he's getting very distressed, and when he gets distressed, he has surges.
So you can pick from the rest of the table, as you rolled an 8 if you're out of character. So you get Tremor Sense for up to a minute for 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You are unable to control yourself and have to make a melee attack against the creature closest to you. You're stricken with alertness and you have advantage on perception checks for a minute. Your magic is trying to protectively shield you, and you get the effects of a Shield of Faith spell for the next minute. It feels like you're being stabbed. You take 1d4 piercing damage. Your anger doesn't seem to be spreading. In fact, quite the opposite. You get the effects of the Calm Emotion spell up to 10 feet.
I'm going
Flowers
to take
and
Calm
vines
Emotions to
temporarily
try and
grow.
calm her down.
Okay.
100%.
All right, okay.
I'm going for that.
So, right. So your anger doesn't seem to be spreading. It's quite the opposite. Every creature within 10 feet of you, including yourself, gains the effects of the Calm Emotion spell. I believe that's a whiz save from Sinza.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll it in Foundry.
Do we see like Sinza's body on the ground out of curiosity?
It's all kind of merged into one thing, isn't it?
Is she like on the
It's
tail
all-
end of it?
What is, sorry?
This
Since,
creature
like-
and Sinza's body are the same thing.
What was of like Sinza's, like, if she was, this thing crawled from her skin, and as it did, this like black like acid, I guess, just burnt away what was left of her. So the only thing that remains is this form.
So Sinza's body is gone. She's vanished.
Yeah, she's not
Alright.
there.
Noted.
Your mind is hit with a wave of magic, Sinza, as the panicking Kaiden is trying to hold you in place, and suddenly you don't feel the need to run or anything really. You feel quite relaxed, actually. So long as they don't take hostile actions towards you, you are non-hostile for the next minute. They have a minute to try and reason with you.
Don't attack. I've calmed her down. For now. Just like gripping against her.
You see Elias got his book out, it's like half tearing a page, just like, okay, what the fuck is it?
I don't fucking know. It like crawled out of her mouth.
Out whose mouth?
Sinza's mouth. And he's like gesturing to the pile of like melted fur and horns on the floor.
That? What? Like,
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
can I? Okay. Toby. Hey, man.
Hey!
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Confused. Have I ever heard anything like this ever before?
Roll me. Let's go with an Arcana check. Arcana or History? Well, you get to pick.
Okay. They're the same. 23.
23. Is that Arcana or History?
Arcana.
Arcana. That is 100% a curse.
Oh,
Okay.
I got this, guys.
So, if that's Sinza, this is some curse. This is interesting, but very
But
bad.
how do we get rid of this curse?
I have a
Ymir.
spell.
Ymir,
Yeah?
as you're looking at Sinza, you can see the silhouette of Sinza next to it.
No.
As if she is pretty much dead whilst in this state.
The fuck, Tobes?
I'm sorry.
So
Can I roll
whatever's sitting in her place is not enough of Sinza to be warranted as
Can
being
I
alive.
roll an Arcana? Because I know if this is by technicality, it's a curse. I have the spell remove curse. I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. But can I roll to see if it would help a little bit?
You can roll me an Arcana if you want to attempt to try and use it. So if you're going to put your hand on them and just cast it and see what happens, you can roll me an Arcana to see whether or not something will actually happen.
Yeah, I'd like to do that before,
Okay.
you know, I'd be gay and be like, no, why not? Why?
Okay.
I'm getting my jugular torn off.
The way I'm like looking for food as comfort right now because I'm so confused. I want snacks.
With the snacks.
Okay, no, it's pretty good. That's the only good roll I'm ever gonna have. 26.
26. Wow.
Yo.
So as you place your hand on this, you know outright remove curse is not going to touch the edges of something like this. However, you are skilled enough in magic that maybe you could tweak a few things. So as you begin to cast the spell, you adjust some of the spell components. You adjust how you're casting it. Maybe it'll give Sinza a pathway to come back. Sinza,
Hi.
for you, you can't see anything.
Mm.
It's dark. It's quiet. It's cold. You're cold. It's like you're in the lake again. For a moment, you kind of resign yourself to this feeling because of all that panic, all of the pain in your chest and your head, and you were stressed and you couldn't remember anything. And then it all suddenly went away and you were here. And it's a nice breath of fresh air. You're not thinking too hard about what's actually happening. You're just kind of, I'm away from it now. I'm in the dark. I can rest. And then you can hear Ymir. You can hear Kaiden. You can hear Lyre. You can hear them yelling and talking. You can see this sudden pinprick of light in the distance. Are you moving towards it?
She's in a place of, I think, limbo, because she misses the lake. She misses the warmth that it provided her. But she can hear the voices of her friends calling for her. And she slowly makes her way towards the light.
I need you to roll me a d20, please.
Do I add anything?
No.
10.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You can feel yourself being pulled backwards as you're trying to move forward. As if it doesn't want to let you go yet. But it's right there. That pinprick of light. You can hear Ymir. You can see her golden magic. It's warm, but here it's so cold. You just want to move towards the warmth, but something isn't letting you. Do you try again?
Yes.
Roll me another d20.
It's a 2.
Okay.
Kaiden, you have an inspiration if you'd like to give it to Sinza.
Wait, didn't I use that earlier?
Have you used it?
I think because I had to
I
re-roll
think he used
3
it to escape the
times.
bush.
Yeah.
I,
Because
I hope
I said I used it, and then you reminded me of the advantage I had to use it.
oh,
I'd already
boy.
rolled it.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Sinza. Oh, fuck.
Sinza, as you're like beginning to peel forward a bit more, you like reach out, and it's dragging you backwards. You can hear voices behind you, as well as the voices in front of you. You're not ready to leave. We're not ready for you to leave.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yes.
Who is it?
Somewhat feminine. Is the quiet, somewhat dulcet tones of the 𝘋𝘭𝘮𝘭𝘰𝘮𝘦.
I killed you.
You could never kill me.
I killed you. Let me go.
You are not ready to leave.
I am.
No. You're
Well,
still a
John.
child. What do you know?
Enough to know that I won't let you mark me anymore. You can only sink your claws so far into me. Let me go.
Tell them that.
Oh, shit. Since it's going to try with all of her might to pull free.
Okay, roll me another d20.
Come on, please don't fuck me. Ah! 18!
Okay, as you begin to kind of pull yourself out of whatever is trying to pull you back, you're reaching out towards this light as it's getting brighter and brighter. Ymir, you are straining, trying to get this magic to work with you, because you are adjusting a spell in order to try and pull someone back out of a curse rather than removing it entirely. And it is a lot of strain on you. Your fingers are beginning to blacken, Ymir, as you are trying to manipulate magic in a way it's not meant to be manipulated.
I don't give a fuck.
You gonna keep going?
I'm by God now. Just go.
Ymir, or not Ymir, Sinza, can you describe what it looks like as you revert back to your original form?
Oh, God.
The kind of bone face that holds her kind of begins to fall, almost like melting plasticine. And it's almost like skin-like texture just falls from her body, and you see fur slowly begin to sprout through her form, slowly shrinking. These arms that had once been protruding from her ribs just very slowly kind of pulling themselves back into slits that had never been there before. And I think she falls unconscious, to be completely honest. Completely exhausted.
You are met with the usual form of Sinza, but she is flat out on the floor, and the spell ends, Ymir. Your fingers are burning hot.
What the fuck was that?
I don't fucking know.
I have no idea. I was just gonna try and stuff my arm down its throat and pull Sinza back out, but
oh, glad that you didn't. Okay. Shit. What do we do?
take her back to the camp and make sure she's okay.
We tie her up.
If that happens again and you're asleep, or any of us aren't looking, we die. Look at your arm.
Okay, then I
a
have an
flesh wound.
idea. I have an idea. This could work for us. And I think... Tie me to her. I have one more use of this. And if all goes wrong, if I'm on her, I could cast it.
I'm not tying her up.
What?
I'm not gonna tie her up. Not yet, at least. We can. She's back to normal. We can wake her up. We don't know what this is. What should we at least
Exactly.
make sure she's okay first? We should make sure she's okay first.
Is she breathing?
Can I check if she's breathing?
She is breathing.
She's
She's
okay.
breathing.
Look,
I'm gonna pick her up
Look.
and start just heading down to the camp. Make sure she's okay first.
okay. Oh, that hurts a lot. Just... Ymir's gonna look at Lyre. You know, when the whole thing with that settler of information, was that one of those secrets?
No. It wasn't.
We could have died.
We could have died. What if we were all asleep? What if she was on watch? And now we have him protecting her. He won't listen to reason. He won't tie her up.
That's his friend.
I thought she was ours too. If I did this, I'd expect to be tied up. Restrained in some sense.
Maybe she had a good reason. Maybe she didn't know.
She attacked Kaiden. Ymir. Kaiden. Who she went barreling after. At our expense. Think about it.
And Lyre's gonna walk down to the. Lyre's gonna walk down to the camp.
Ymir's gonna remain by herself. She's gonna be just there processing. Her hand is fucked up. And
Your fingers are all like tipped in black, and there is just streaks of black moving down your palm.
oh, I have a question. I hate to add more fire to the flame. Oh God, this is level with me. Asmoths, at least from the way I see them, are extremely like susceptible to death, right? I could have died in this situation. Is that something Ymir would have probably?
Yeah.
Oh, Ymir's gonna start freaking the fuck out as she's going to remain by herself, as she is going to try cure wounds on her injuries and see if they go away.
You cast cure wounds on your own hand, and nothing changes. It stopped aching, but the patterns are still there. Roll me an Arcana check for me.
Yo, Dex, I love you. We're about to go toe to toe, buddy. I love you.
Yeah. He just wants to wake her up.
We shake hands.
That's gonna be a 24.
24. So the way that you manipulated magic is something that people have to prepare for. Magic that is confined and done in a specific way to achieve a specific effect. If you play around with it, there is a risk of it getting infected. Magic is not infallible. Fucking around with spells in that manner to that extent, once as life-threatening as it was, there's every possibility that you may have contracted warp, the anti-magic. You're not sure at this stage. You can't see any signs of it right now, but the blackness on your fingers means you need to see a healer immediately.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of flavor, and just to, because I like to think that she's definitely gonna become super manic as she realizes this is something that she doesn't want, that has set her back. And the one thing that Ymir fears most is death, at least in this stage. As she, I think everyone's gonna hear this. She's gonna keep on casting Cure Wounds till she tires herself out. And she's gonna yell it out. Cure Wounds. Cure Wounds. And each time she says that, it gets a little bit more desperate every time. Nothing happens.
You get to a point where you're fully healed, but the stain is still there. It's like your fingers have been dipped in ink.
She's gonna start sobbing.
If, as I was walking down, if I heard Ymir start like screaming Cure Wounds and then weeping, I will go back and I will get her and I will try to lead her down to the fire.
You can just see her curled up, just crying over her hand.
He'll sit Ymir down and cup her face and look at her hand. Do I understand this magic?
You have read enough about warp because you know about its opposite, 𝘏𝘪𝘨, wild magic. Its polar opposite is what Kaiden bears, the mother magic, and this is the anti-magic. This is the parasite that eats magic. You're not sure if it is specifically that, but there is a high likelihood that it is.
Cupping Ymir's face and holding her hand, he's going to look over his shoulder. What are you doing, Kaiden? What are you doing right now?
I'm tapping Sinza. While you were off, I've already been trying to wake her up.
Okay.
I want to make sure she's awake first.
Sinza's starting to come to. You're starting to come out of this grogginess, but you feel like you've got a hangover. This is horrible.
She looks exhausted. Like you've maybe seen her like this a few times. She's not all there. Like her eyes are kind of like shifting into this like blackness and then brightening and blackness and brightening. And you see tears start to fall from her eyes as she slowly starts to realize what happened.
Hey, I don't know what happened, but I'm here.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I mean, it's pretty scary. I mean, for the others as well. I wanted to make sure you're okay.
I tried to keep this from happening. I didn't want you to see this. Did
I don't know what it is, but
I hurt anyone?
we can figure it out.
Kaiden's got 3 large claw marks across his arm.
She kind of very, like, off kilter, kind of pulls herself from your arms and, like, looks at the scratch. She turns her nose at it. Not, like, she doesn't even recognize the markings. How do I even begin to explain this to you?
I don't know if I'm going to get all of it, but I know the others are not happy.
I'm gonna throw the rope I have in my bag at your feet. Tie her up. She's okay. She's breathing. She's awake.
Why?
Tie her up. Don't talk right now. You have no idea what this has entailed.
Do you think I wanted this? Do you think I chose this for myself? This curse?
Did you know?
How was I supposed to tell you? You all would have turned your nose up at me. I just want to help people. I just want to be there for people.
And what about those that are there for you, huh?
I treat people
You
the
will
same
listen
way.
to me now. You attack Kaiden, someone you love, someone you risk my life. Do not
I have no
speak.
control.
Ymir brought you back. And now
What?
she is afflicted with the warp. You did this by not telling us the truth.
I didn't mean to.
But you did it.
Am I-
Kaiden, tie her up.
What?
I have more important things to tend to. And I will turn back
What?
to Ymir.
Am I going to die? Am I going to die?
Lyre's gonna kneel down and cup Ymir's face. You are not going to die. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna
No.
make sure of it. We're gonna get you to a safe place, and we're going to fix this. These markings will not stay. They will go.
I don't. I have so much I want to do.
I know. And we will make sure it is done. We will make sure of it.
Lyre, roll me a history check, please.
Shit.
And then let DMU sign quickly and whispers.
Yep.
19.
There is no known cure for warp. However, you know that it can be managed. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that will kill the person who has it.
Mhm.
It can be made dormant.
Okay.
It has to be done by very, very specific people. The people in Karvik might know who to talk to.
Okay.
And from the information that you got from the information dealer in the Divide, this pilgrimage might bring you answers.
Do I know a ETA on how long warp takes to like take hold completely, or does it vary?
Or it can be anywhere from a year to an entire lifetime. It could be weeks if it is not like
Managed.
Okay. But so long as she's not pulling shit like she just did all the time,
Okay.
it will not get any
So
worse.
we're at risk for like a week. Okay. Like
if she tries to if you try to overextend and manipulate magic in a way it's not meant to be done, there is this risk of this happening. And it will get worse if you continue to try and overextend and try and do this. But with your normal magic, it shouldn't get any worse.
okay.
Especially given that the type of magic that Ymir has is radiant. It's holy magic.
Got you. Okay.
That will be giving her a level of protection from it.
Would wild magic help at all? Since it's this opposite.
It's a risk.
But could it be
because
used essentially? Because it's its opposite?
You don't know.
I don't know. I feel like maybe Lyre would clock on knowing it's its opposite though.
As its polar opposite, Betrayal can be used to cure it.
Mm.
You'd assume, because it is something that is the polar opposite. It's like,
Right.
but how?
I have no idea.
You have no idea how.
We've got no idea.
It doesn't seem like it's been recorded as to how that can be done yet.
New mission.
Before this turns into warp, because you're not even sure if it is that yet, it may just be scarring, magical scarring.
All right.
But there is a risk of that being warp if it's not
Developing.
looked over. at the
Tensions
very
are high.
least.
All I see is warp right now. It's okay. Like, but I will do my best to calm Ymir down as much as I can. I will just spend time with her. She's my main focus right now. I'm trusting Kaiden to take care of the situation.
Kaiden is just gonna. He's not tying up. As long as he's awake with her, he's not tying her up. If he feels like he has to, he might, but he's staying awake.
Kaiden,
Yeah.
it's okay. If it makes them feel safer.
You sure? Okay. I want to make sure at least you're okay. I don't want to. It's just.
It's okay.
Okay. He'll slowly do it. Tyson's are up.
Isn't it just kind of looks down at the vines, tests them. And she's just trying to keep her mind straight. She's trying to stay present.
Everything feels a little wishy-washy right now. Like you're not quite there. Like your body's not quite yours. And you don't have any say over who gets to puppet it.
Oh, that's the worst.
I know. What the fuck?
That's fucked. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, me and Jade are just fucking loving this. My apologies.
Are you taking watches tonight?
Kaiden's just gonna stay like awake.
You're gonna take a point of exhaustion and stay up all night.
He literally just wants to keep an eye on everyone because he can't keep going back and forth between people. So he's like, I'm just going to stay up and keep an eye on everyone.
Is anyone else offering to take a watch anyway?
Sinza will offer,
It will be
but I
taking a
don't think
watch
anyone's
with-
gonna agree to it.
Lyre's not
Ties you up.
sleeping.
It's like, can I take a watch?
Lyre's not sleeping either.
You will take a point of exhaustion if you do not sleep.
All good.
Okay. Ymir, are you resting?
I'm too traumatized to take watch. I'll be a good Asmoth and take a long rest.
Okay.
Good.
Sinza, you're going to be effectively made to take a long rest. But both Lyre and Kaiden are not going to get the benefits of a long rest, and you will take a point of exhaustion each.
Cool.
So, the night draws on. Ymir, it takes a while, but you're able to kind of drift off into rest, knowing that the threat has been quelled for the time being on the outside.
The threat.
What you expect, Lav? Like, fuck.
Icarus stays in your lap, Ymir, for most of the night
Mhm.
to keep you company. It's kind of occasionally licking your wounded fingers to try and see if that will help. It doesn't, but it's a nice thought. Sinza, you end up kind of curled up against the rocks with Kaiden sat nearby, tied up. It's not particularly comfortable, but you are able to get some sleep. The two of you can take a long rest each. Kaiden and Lyre. The night is long. It rains, just spits down from the sky above you, between the canopy of the trees above. Still warm, muggy, if anything. Is there anything either of you do over the course of the night?
Lyre won't speak unless he's spoken to.
I feel like Kaiden's mainly sitting there like a guilty dog. He just kind of feels bad, and he feels upset that Lyre's mad at him, but doesn't want to push it. So he'll probably also like just stay quiet. And he'll probably go to say something a few times, and then just see Lyre the way he looks, and just goes, then stops.
Lyre is staring at you all night. His eyes are not leaving.
It's uncomfortable. For the best part of the night, you are being watched quite closely. Because of the area that you're in, you are quite well shrouded from the outside. You don't have any issues of creatures like passing that could be a threat to you. Once or twice you hear a caravan pass by, following the route into the Drowy Green, probably heading towards 𝘏𝘪𝘧𝘐. But as dawn breaks, the rain doesn't. It remains cloudy. As the embers die out. And with that, we are going to end our session.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah!
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming, and we'll see you again next week. It's gonna be great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.